So, we're here with the great Jason Carter from the Traveling McCourys and, of course, Del McCourys Band. And thanks so much for sitting down with us. We kind of just grabbed you as you were walking by. We're at Delfest 10. And how are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great. Good to be here, Scott.
Thanks for joining us here. A couple quick things. How is it like preparing for this? Do you do much preparation, more preparation for Delfest? And I mean, you guys are always on the road. I imagine you got the songs down pat. You have a lot of other responsibilities here. I know the Academy.
Well, really not so much for me, but I'm sure the McCourys, they make several trips up here through the year. Trying to get things together and working with the community and all that, you know. But as far as me, it's I've been preparing this morning.
Well, let me ask you this: you've been, since I've known anything about Del McCourys Band, you've been in it. How did they find you, and what were you doing before that?
I started with Del when I was 19, and that was 1992. I graduated high school in 91, and I went to work with a band called the Goins Brothers from Eastern Kentucky, where I grew up. And we happened to be in Nashville at a music festival. Both bands were there at the same time, and that was playing with Del was the job that I wanted to have.
Yeah.
You know, and at the time, the McCourys were getting ready to move to Nashville, and the fiddle player in the band at the time did not want to make the move, so he came to me and told me he was leaving the band. So I went and asked Del for a job, you know. And a couple weeks later, he called me up, and I went on a 3-day trip with him to audition. We played Nashville, Tennessee, and West Memphis, Arkansas, and Garland, Texas. And when I got back, I got the job. Been here ever since.
Wow. That's how long has that been?
25 years.
Wow, that's awesome. And I know you do a whole lot of other projects in Nashville constantly. So, do you ever have any time for yourself? You're a studio musician.
Yeah.
You're with Traveling McCourys, and you're with Del's band.
Yeah, I do some session work. The last thing I've done by myself, I had a solo CD come out in 1996. I've been thinking about putting another one out, but you don't want to put them out too close together, you know. It's funny you mentioned that. I just got a text about doing a session this weekend, so
really,
if we can find time.
Wow, BackstageView is the breaking story here. Wow.
Maybe I just need to sit here. I might have more work come in.
There you go. That's great. That's really cool. A song is introduced to you guys. You're at a level unlike anything I could even comprehend. I assume. What do they do? They say, here's the song we're doing in this key, this is how the song goes, and then you guys just repeat, you know, you do it a couple of times, a few times, and what is it? Clearly you write your own parts to the song.
Well, I mean, it depends on the song, you know, I guess.
Yeah.
In the studio, I guess most of the time they'll have a chord chart for you.
Right.
And that's basically, you know, you kind of follow that. At least it tells you what the chords are, you know, and then you run the song down a couple times and record it. You know?
But when you're on stage and a special guest comes up, do you always have time to practice ahead of time, or is it a lot of times just like not at all?
No, just fly by the seat of your pants,
right,
I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And working with Del, I mean, for you. It's just a way of life, but like from the fans' perspective, he's just such a lovable, talented guy. I mean, it's so much fun to watch you guys up there. I mean, like just even the theatrics of with the one microphone, like jumping in and out. It's just so much fun. What can you say? It's like you're family with them yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's a great guy. What you see on stage is how he is off stage.
Yeah.
You know, and he's fun to be around, and Yeah, he's just, I couldn't say enough about him. He's just the greatest guy.
And the Traveling McCourys, you guys have, you're on the road constantly.
Well,
is that enough constantly or more than constantly?
Pretty busy, you know. Between everything that we do, you know, we do about half of our dates with Dell and then half the dates for the year with the Traveling McCourys. And then in Nashville, Dell's a member of the Grand Ole Opry, so if we have a weekend off, which is very rare because we would be at the Opry, and they also have Tuesday nights that we play a lot of Tuesday nights at the Opry, and then sessions. We've been in the studio. It's been a little while with Dell, but I think he has some new tunes that he's wanting to record, and we've had. I'm not sure how many's come out yet, but I think 3 singles that maybe you can get on iTunes of the Travelers, Traveling McCourys.
Yeah.
So it takes up quite a bit of your time.
Incredible. Well, thanks for talking to us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you.